Pesach introduction. In this little video, we're going to be looking at the names of the holiday. We're going to be looking as well at verses from the Torah. And in addition to that, we will be looking at the calendar. Let's get started. The first and most commonly known name is Chag HaPesach. Now, the word Pesach is referring to two things. We're told that the angel of God, Pesach, he passed over the homes of Bnei Israel during the last plague. For that reason, the sacrifice that is made or was made on Pesach until we no longer had a Beit HaMikdash was called the Pesach sacrifice. So you can call this holiday Pesach or Chag HaPesach, and that counts as one name. Pesach is also known as Chag HaAviv, which we see right here. The word Aviv means spring, and Pesach is always celebrated in the spring. As a matter of fact, if it looked to the rabbis in ancient times like it wasn't really going to be springtime when Pesach came, that's how they used to decide to add the leap year and add in a second month of Adar to make sure that Pesach always fell in the spring. Pesach is also called Zman Cherutenu. The word Cherut means freedom, and the new on the end means our. So it's the time of our freedom. Also, an important name for the holiday as it celebrates our freedom from slavery. And the last name for the holiday, Chag HaMatzot, for the obvious reason that we are commanded, as you'll see soon in a verse, we are commanded to eat matzot on Pesach. Here are the verses from the Torah that I want you to be familiar with. We start off with verse number 5 here. B'chodesh harishon ba'arba asar l'chodesh bein ha'arbaim Pesach l'Hashem. In the first month, on the 14th of the month, at twilight, that's Ben ha'arbaim. Kind of think of it as between evening times. It's as the sun is coming down, but it's not yet the next day, was when the Pesach offering was made. So this is technically before Pesach starts. The Pesach offering would be made on what we today call Erev Pesach. And that was on the 14th of the first month. Now, we've talked before about how in the Torah, the first month means the month of Nisan, because in the Torah, the order of the months is based upon when we left Egypt. Okay, Pasuk Vav, the 6th verse. Uvachamisha asar yom lachodesh hazeh, Chag hamatzot l'Hashem, shivat yamim matzot tochelu. So on the 15th of the month, it says, is Chag HaMatzot for God, and it tells us that there are going to be 7 days when we will be eating matzah. The verses continue by telling us, Harishon mikra kodesh yiyeh, kol melechet avodah lo ta'asu, that the first day is going to be a mikra kodesh. We've talked before how the word mikra kodesh is the same as saying a Yom Tov, a day on which no work will be done, and it tells us, Kol melechet avodah lo ta'asu, don't do any kind of work. I see that we are missing part of a word here. Let's see if I can write it on for you. Let's see. Come on, let's do it. It's not letting me write right now. Vehikravtem. All right, I'm just going to tell you the word that's cut off right here. I see what the problem is vehikravtem, which means you will sacrifice. Vehikravtem isha l'Hashem shivat yamim b'shvi'i mikra kodesh. I see that we're missing a little from the next line too. Kol melechet avodah lo ta'asu. So you will sacrifice the word isha. You can see the word ish in front of it. A fire sacrifice to God for 7 days, so every day of the holiday. And the seventh day, again, right here, is a Mikra Kodesh, just like we had the first day was a Mikra Kodesh. And it says, Kol Malechet Avodah Lo Ta'asu. So these are both days with no work. So we're left here with all the days in between. And the days in between are days that we call Chol HaMoed. Moed means a holiday, and Chol means a regular day of the holiday. So they're not really, they're not Yemei Tov. They're just regular days that are inside the holiday. There are no restrictions on work or cooking or driving or anything of that sort. Now here is our calendar. It looks a lot like the calendar that we've used at other times in class, and I want to show you how we're going to use it again here. So in the past, what we've done is we've outlined the holiday. Now you can see that right here we have Pesach 1, the 15th of Nisan, but you and I both know that it starts the night before. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to draw my diagonal line there and across so that I'm including all of the holiday here. And then I'm coming here. Here's the last day of Pesach, but we know that it's going to go just until nighttime. So I am filling in this here. And this is where the holiday of Pesach is. I'm going to now mark the parts that are Yom Tov. So we know that the first day, we were told, is a Yom Tov right here. And you can do this with highlighters as you go across in yours or with a marker. And then right here. So just to be clear, one of the papers that you printed out this morning before starting was a paper with this calendar on it. So I'd like you to highlight it and use it the same way I am here to see that we have got everything going together here. So here we're going to have another day of Pesach that goes like this. That's Yom Tov, and this goes like Yom Tov. I can see now that I should not have put this going in this direction. This is really a better way to look at this. Okay, so here is what Pesach looks like. You can see that these days in yellow are all Yom Tov. These are the no work days. Right here. You do not need to make these squiggles across. I'm just showing you here. And then the days in between are Chol HaMoed. And if you look inside, look right here at what's written. It says Pesach 3, and that CH with the chupchikim and the M are really Chol HaMoed, and those are the days that are regular days in the holiday right there up until sunset here. So this is what it looks like today. We're going to start on the evening of April 8th. We'll have 2 days, and then this is important to notice. It looks like we have a normal day here after the first 2 days, but look at it's on a Friday night. So right when Pesach ends this year, it's going to start to be Shabbat. So we really have a third day there. So that means there's a third day of no work in a row, which really means that this week, we have very few days of Chol HaMoed in between. So those of you that think you're going to be running around doing all kind of cool stuff during Chol HaMoed, this year, not so much. Anyway, it'll be a great holiday anyway. When you've gotten to the point that you have marked the days of the holiday and outlined them on your calendar, and that you've taken a different color to mark in the days that are Yom Tov, then you can move on to the next slide. Until then, just hit the pause button. So here are the things that we've seen so far. That the 15th, Tet Vav Nisan, is when the first day of Nisan is. Now, if you see a Tet Vav, you should know as well as I do. This is a night that's going to be a full moon. like every Tetvav. My moon is a little messy there. It's okay. That in the Torah we read that there are 7 days of the holiday, and that is what the Bible tells us. But outside, we've talked before about how once Jews moved further away from Israel, and it was really hard to tell exactly when the new moon was to start counting on the right, so that you would have the right day. An extra day was added outside of Israel, which is why we have 2 days of Yom Tov at the beginning and 2 days of Yom Tov at the night. And just as a reminder, we have here in Los Angeles, we have both the first and second night are going to be nights for a Seder. If you're in Israel, it's only the first night that has a Seder. So that's about it. You guys have done a good job. I have created for you a Kahoot that you can play to see how you did, remembering all the things that were in this lesson. So when you're done here, go ahead and move on to that Kahoot. Thanks so much.